discovers that art itself can connect you with people and it can also be therapeutic. Welcome, you know. My name is Crispin Valentin. Welcome to the Global Latin Factor podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. Today, we're going to be talking to JD, an artist, up-and-coming artist. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now so you won't miss a minute. And now, to the episode. JD, ¿qué pasó? Hola.
Hey, what's up, man?
Thank you so much for coming out here, and I appreciate you very much the time.
Yeah, of course, man.
We talked about it a little bit. If people don't know you, we're going to get to know you a little bit more about what you do, what you've been doing, and some interesting things that you've done previously before in regards to your art and different things like that.
So, cool, man.
Okay, pero before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Why? You have nothing to lose. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. You have nothing to lose, so much to gain. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to do preguntas al chile. If you like this, if you like that, estás listo. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Tacos o tortas?
Tacos, bro, for sure.
Corn tortilla or flour tortilla?
Bro, corn. Come on.
Gorditas or pupusas?
Oh, bro, come on. You know I'm Salvadorian, bro. Pupusas all day.
Pupusas, what kind of pupusas?
Man, I like loroco. I don't know if you know what loroco is.
Okay, what is that?
It is. It's kind of like a flour, actually, that they put into the pupusa, and it makes it very aromatic, and it really enhances the flavor of it. Con queso, loroco y queso. Yeah, if you know about it, if you don't know about it, you got it, you know.
That's one of the reasons why I like to talk to people from different cultures, even though we're Latinos, like Salvadorian upbringing, because your cuisine, your dishes, I might not familiar. Like I wasn't familiar with that, but now I kind of know. So that's neat.
For sure, bro.
Yuca frita con chicharrón or tamales salvadoreños?
Tamales salvadoreños, bro. Yeah.
Tamales salvadoreños or Mexican tamales?
Depends the event, bro. But I gotta say Salvadorian, the Salvadorian ones.
Tell me, I get people to describe the tamales salvadoreños for people that don't know. So what do they look like? What are they made from?
So the way my grandma makes them, my mom makes them, they get the hoja de plátano.
Yep.
And they, make the masa. That's what I like about them. The masa, it's a little bit more, I don't know, just the texture of it. It's my preference, really. But how would you describe the texture?
So
mushy, soft,
mushy.
Yeah,
it depends. Some are a little bit more firm at times, and then some are a little more mushy.
Yeah,
more softer. I guess you can say, depending on if you have to work the masa, because you have to work the masa to get it right.
Yeah.
So you like the mushier ones?
Yes. Yeah.
And then what do they put inside the filling on it?
Usually it's like pollo guisado. So like, I guess like very saucy chicken.
Saucy chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saucy chicken, potatoes, veggies.
In addition to the banana leaf, is it a lot different than Mexican tamales and bigger?
Oh, I would say they're very different. Yeah,
very different.
What I know Mexican tamales to be, they're a little bit. They use elote wrap, right? The husk, yeah, the husk, and the texture is a little bit firmer for sure. Firmer, yeah. So
you ask a little bit more looser, more loosely, I guess you could say, the actual consistency of the tamal.
Oh yes,
for sure. Nice,
yeah,
cool. All right, sopa de pata o sopa de res?
Sopa de res.
Sopa de res. Yeah, sopa nice. De res. Is it a very typical dish, you would say, El Salvadorian?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Even in the summertime, I'm gonna be making that. Yeah.
So it is usually like maybe a winter dish at times.
It's year round, really. It's year round.
So it is a caldo. It's a soup.
Yes.
A stew. A stew more.
Yeah.
And it's made out of beef.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's a spice. Yeah. Salvadorans do a lot of spice, right?
Sometimes, yeah. My mom makes it a little different. Sometimes it's spicier. Sometimes a little bit more, brothy, I guess.
Brothier?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Jarrito, what flavor?
Naranja.
Agua de horchata, jamaica, or tamarindo?
Horchata or jamaica.
But horchata, Salvadorian horchata or Mexican horchata?
Salvadoran, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain the difference of that just a little bit as far as the taste, what it tastes like. Because I think at the Kava bar they were doing, I think they did a drink or something. And I guess in my mind I was thinking horchata, like the Mexican horchata, but it was not. It was Salvadoran, which is great.
Yeah.
But it was just different, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what is the difference?
I think what I think is different is that the Salvadoran one is a little bit I don't know, has more of the gritty rice texture and flavor, I guess, a little bit.
Got you.
A little bit sweeter as well. But at the same time, it's a nice, a nice taste.
Refreshing.
It's not that grand of a difference, really.
It still has the arroz though, right?
Yes.
You still make it with the arroz.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that day that maybe what they were making, I thought it was just a little bit more different than what I'm accustomed to. Salsa verde or salsa roja?
Verde.
Salsa verde all day. That's what I'm talking
all
about.
day, bro.
Menudo, pozole?
Menudo, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Salvadorian dish that you highly recommend everybody to try out. That is not your mom's cooking or your grandma's cooking. But in general, if they go to a restaurant, hey, you need to be connected with this dish. What would that be?
Oh, man. I would say... I'm blanking right now, but it's basically yuca. They grind it into like a kind of like a masa texture, and they deep fry it, and they get some piloncillo. They melt it, and they put that piloncillo on top with maybe some like powdered sugar or some cinnamon on top, and that's really good.
It's a dessert.
It's a dessert, yes, as a dessert dish. Yeah,
sounds fantastic. If y'all know the name, let me know. But hey, sounds very nice.
Yeah.
Valentina, Tabasco, Cholula, hot sauce. Which one do you like, or do you have a Salvadorian brand that you like better?
Oh, man. I would say out of the ones that you named, probably Cholula.
Cholula. Yeah. Churros or flan?
Flan.
Nice. Yeah. When you're going to celebrate, let's say you just finished another art piece. Let's say you met a goal that you wanted to do you prefer to dance salsa, merengue, bachata?
Probably bachata.
Hip hop too, either way.
Oh, well, of course, bachata? Yeah. Out of these options, merengue and salsa. And
merengue,
bachata,
salsa.
All of them, bro.
I like it. When you first hear the word Latino, Latina, Latinx, what is the first things that come to mind to you?
Oh, man. A lot of culture, man. A lot of culture. Rich culture.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you consider music, culture,
Yeah.
colors, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
I love it. Whenever you do you consider yourself Latino? Do you care if anybody calls you Latino? You prefer Salvadorian American? What do you prefer?
Latino and Salvadoran, bro.
Salvadorian.
For sure. Yeah.
Excelente. Okay, let's start a little bit just to get to know a little bit more of your upbringing and just your Salvadorian culture. So you are a Salvadoran American, right?
Yes.
You were born here?
Yes.
Here in the Dallas DFW area?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you know a little bit of, I don't know exactly how Salvadorians make their way to the U.S. or what makes them want to come to the U.S.? Did your parents ever share a little bit of the story of what drove them here?
Yes, yeah. So my mom's side of the family, my grandpa, he made, the strong sacrifice of leaving the family, coming over here, establishing, and eventually bringing the rest of the family over. And my dad's side of the family, my dad was the one, to make that big risk and actually be the first one in the family to make his way over here.
Oh, wow.
And, establishes, roots over here as well.
Absolutely.
And then, met my mom, and here I am.
Your mom, so your mom's already first gen, so you're second on that side, and then
my mom wasn't a citizen. She came here, I think, through the green card.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. And she became a resident for the longest, and she just recently actually became a citizen, so proud of her for that.
Congratulations.
And yeah,
amazing.
You.
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment. I did it a couple years back, even though, I don't know, depending on who you ask, I might look like I was born here, or how I might sound like I'm not, but I was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
But it took me years to be a citizen, and I became, and it feels really neat to be able to do that. So congratulations to her.
To you too, man.
Thank you. So growing up, is there I don't know, Salvadorians, both of them, they met. Is there an area they were working at that all of a sudden they were kind of met, or neighborhood that the Salvadorian community hangs out more?
I don't know about an area where they hang out more, but they did meet through work actually. They were coworkers at first, and then they met, hung out, and
there's a huge community in Irving.
Oh yes,
of Salvadorians. Yeah. I don't know what's about Irving, but there's quite a bit of them.
Salvadorians, Mexicans, Hondurans, bro. It's pretty heavily populated, especially in South Irving. It's a lot of Hispanic culture, and
for sure. Did you grow up always here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or did you move around or anything like that?
Yeah, so I was born in Dallas, and I was raised in Irving. And
so
I spent most of I know exactly what Irving's about. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
I've been to one of my friends took me to a Salvadorian place. I think it's called Salvadoreño or something like that. Man, it was like buffet style, and it was
it hit.
I like pupusas so much. It's not even funny. They're great. They're fantastic
really
dish. They really are. Growing up, as far as for you in Irving, so everything's pretty normal, right? There's a lot of culture. There's really not a lot of, let's say, Caucasian individuals, because it's mostly just cultura, right?
Yes.
For
Yeah.
you?
Yes. Like, and for example, the 3 schools I went to, the 4 schools actually, the pre-K all the way to high school.
Yeah.
It was mostly Hispanics. Hispanics for the most part. They were like main part of the pie chart, and the rest of it, Caucasians, Black
African
folks,
Americans.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So growing up for you, nothing was out of the ordinary for you as far as going to school. Like some people experience maybe like racism or anything like that. It's just normal for you. There's really nothing like that. Are you exploring the arts already as you're in high school? Are you kind of sort of drawn to being artsy at all? Or is anybody in your family does art?
Nobody in my family does art, except for me and maybe my younger cousin.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it was just me and my own interest in really the music, the art, the color, and all that.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think you grabbed it from? Where do you think that you saw it first that all of a sudden it's like, maybe I want to try it, or maybe I want to experiment, see how good I can be? Do you remember when that happened?
I think it started through music for sure. That was my first artistic or creative interest, and it really sparked the domino effect into the art that I actually visually create now.
Yeah.
And
did you so when you say that, like, were you attempting to be an artist? Were you singing, or just listening to some of the music that was coming out that it kind of like sort of influenced you to tap into that?
It started off with the music for sure. Even got a keyboard, started messing around, got a little software system on my computer. Started making music, trying to make music.
Yeah, of course.
And then eventually I ventured out. I was like, how else can I express myself creatively? And went to Michael's, got some canvases, got some paint, got some, oil pastels, and just tried it out. And fast forward a couple of years, I've had my first art show, and,
We'll get to that part, but we don't want to cut the interview right now.
Oh, yeah.
To that part. Okay, tell me about the music part. So, first of all, why do you feel it's necessary for you to express? Some other people know they could be crafty. They don't want to, maybe if they put something out there, people might criticize them or might feel weird, so they just decide not to express it. But for yourself, why was it super important for you to even go above and beyond to get you on the keyboard or trying to learn about the craft?
I think it's always been something in me to be able to connect to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the idea of being able to connect through to people through music, through art, through just expression, really. Because the things that we always can't say, we can feel it through other outlets like that. And I think it's really important to be able to express that, because somebody else might need to hear it.
Gotcha.
And I don't know, it really drove me to, want to create. Just generally create.
So how deep did you get into the art? Like, did you actually make some music? You put it out and posted it out there?
I did make music and I shared it with my friends. I haven't really published the music part of it out anywhere yet. So yeah, that's what the music.
What vibe were you going with when it comes to music? So you had the keyboard and everything. So were you doing any genres in particular? Were you experimenting with some sounds?
Oh yeah, definitely experimenting.
Yeah.
And I would say it's more so experimental, like electronic a little bit, but at the same time very synthy, very I guess like hip hop and R&B fused with a little bit more electronic sound.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you were making your own kind of lane of music, mixing all those things together. Is that your favorite 3 genres, you would say?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you do that, and then the canvas. What made you want to go to Michael's and grab the canvases? I know you said that like you like the music, but now you wanted to find another one. What made you want to say, like, okay, let me go ahead and did you saw were like painting? I'm like, I think I might be able to do it.
Yeah. So I started venturing and reading more on other artists.
Got you.
That are already well established. And I love the influence that they had on me. And then I ended up moving out of my parents' home into my own studio apartment. And I was like, how else can I make it more into like a studio, So I got an easel, got the canvas, and yeah, from there on, just started trying out my visual take on my expression.
Awesome. Whenever you say the influence, what did you saw in him or his work that kind of drew you to want to go ahead and pick up the pencil, the painting? What was it that sparked in your mind?
It was really the story behind this artist. I guess I would say Basquiat. Just his upbringing. It wasn't very easy. but he just expressed himself without having any prior knowledge on art, which I, like myself, I didn't have any prior knowledge on actual visual art. So I was like, if you can do it, I could try it out, you know? And then I ended up just having fun with it and going with my take on it.
When not to get too personal, because I don't like to, you know, get too much deep, but you felt like maybe a little bit of a real, I don't know if it was too tough of a upbringing, but some of the things you felt like you wanted to express it in a way of be artsy, or not necessarily.
Yes.
Okay, so that kind of connected you with that person.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. You grab the canvas, you're ready to paint. How is it like? How you trying to, like, what in your mind you're seeing or you want to go with the first painting ever?
What I always tell myself is don't overthink it, because whenever I find myself thinking too much about something or an art piece, I always end up just overthinking myself and burning myself out because I can't. It just stresses me out.
Wow.
So I kind of just don't think about it, just start it.
Gotcha.
And from there on, I create the vision and I keep on, you know, improvising with it.
So do you, for you, as far as your process is, like, you literally kind of sort of see it in your mind as you're just whatever mood you're going into, and all of a sudden you just translate into the canvas and you start going into town?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I pick the colors based on, you know, the emotion that the color provokes. And then from there on, you know, I create whatever I feel I want to create or express.
Got you. So whenever you started doing it the first time ever, just to make sure you get into the arts and start doing something, after that, did you want to explore maybe techniques or maybe watch some YouTube video? Because everything's on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
Or maybe from that artist that you were studying, like, oh, if you do this, this is that, and that creates this, or this technique that. Anything like that?
So the question was,
did you look into more of the techniques of how to be an artist?
Oh, yes, of course.
Like that?
Yeah, so I started off mostly improvising.
Got you.
And then, you know, as I went, started, I guess, continuing my career or my hobby, I guess. I started learning more, like looking up more videos on TikTok, on YouTube of techniques and different methods, which I can use the tools that I already had and apply them to create different styles. And
for you, what is your preference of the things that you like, whether it be, you know, oil paintings, more water paintings, or different styles that you enjoy for yourself?
Yes, the oil pastels for sure. That's my favorite thing to work with. Really? Yes.
What is it about the oil? Because I know I've seen you on the videos with the mask on and everything, because there's fumes and everything.
Oh yeah, the spray paint as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do it different.
Yeah, so spray paint and oil pastels. The oil pastels, because it's easy to control. It's kind of like a crayon, but a little bit more fluid, a little bit more rich in texture. It's not very like blotchy, I would say, like the crayons. But yeah, the oil pastels, you can blend them easily. You can easily maneuver them and create whatever shape or texture you want to create.
You say easily maneuver, but I mean, I've messed with some painting.
Yeah.
I can't get it to
yeah.
I can't get it to do no colors.
Yeah.
No mixing. And I know you say hobby, but again, you literally had your whole actual show for yourself.
I did, yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that part. So I don't know if it's a hobby for you and maybe a career, so because you've been, you know, heavily involved in it.
I guess I said hobby a little loosely. I meant hobby as like I do it and I have fun with it.
You have fun with it for sure. Yeah, because the day that you had your event, you had how many pieces?
Oh man, I did not count actually. I think like 30. I had a couple on the wall and I had many on the tables as well to showcase the drawings as well.
Backtrack before we get to the actual gallery.
Yeah.
So you start painting, you're learning more techniques, and what made you want to say, okay, maybe I can get to a point where I can have my own show, my own gallery? When that happened?
Well, I kind of took over my parents' garage and made it my studio. Shout out to them for letting me do that too. But yeah, and then I started, you know, just accumulating a whole bunch of canvases against the wall and then the other wall. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many pieces. Like, I need to do something with them. And I was always nervous about hosting my own art show.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, the nerve of like doing something for the first time, never that. But finally gave in. I was like, you know, it's time. Let me do it. And yeah, I put them all together. I chose my favorite ones that all fit like a similar theme, a similar color pattern. And yeah, hosted the show, selected some of the pieces, put them up, and I love it. I love how it
What
turned
what
out.
would you say your take or your style is that maybe other people like, you know, you abstract maybe or you're realist? What would you say for your is?
Like my style, I would say it's very much abstract for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Abstract neo-expressionism, I
Yeah,
guess, is the
expression.
term I would, label it as.
Whatever you wanted, bro.
Yeah.
And as far as you have an artist name, I've seen your Instagram with a different name. I don't know if it's a particular name that you like
Yes.
to or
I
want
guess.
to.
Yeah, as the alias, I guess I would go as JD Human.
JD Human.
Yeah, because I go by JD,
Mm-hmm.
and Human was the original name, but I was like, I think JD Human, like a double entendre a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you wanted to use that in particular? What's the significance of that for you? Of course, your name, but why the human part?
I think it clears that boundary between us as individuals,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we're all individual, but it clears a boundary, and it's a statement as of we're all human. Basically, we're all
Gotcha.
human. We all, no matter your class, no matter what you go through, no matter your color of like your skin color, no matter your background, basically we're all human in the end.
Yeah.
And that's what I want.
Sexuality,
Yes,
color, skin,
exactly.
whatever,
Yeah.
everything at the end of the day, we're still humans.
Yeah.
Living this magnificent human experiment,
Yeah.
whatever it is. How long did it take to accumulate paintings? You say you started getting a mini. How long was it before you kind of sort of saw like, whoa, I got a lot of inventory here?
Yes. Well, painting about 5 years now, accumulated quite a couple paintings that still have a whole bunch too in my parents' garage.
Shout out parents.
Yeah, shout out parents. Yeah. Yeah, and they're I just, it's a lot of paintings.
So
that I
it was
have.
maybe about 5 years total till you
5.
decided to go ahead and like maybe I can do a gallery.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever you're painting, some artists that I ran into previously before, it's therapeutic for them to paint.
Yes.
It feels liberating for them to paint. Is that kind of at times what it feels like for you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when I enter this thing that many artists know about. It's called flow state, where you kind of just, put your music on and, you're like 5 minutes into painting. And then next thing you know, you time travel. You're like, next thing you know, you're done with the painting or you make a lot of progress and you're like, whoa, I really just entered, a very meditative, peaceful, tranquil,
Wow.
state of mind. Yeah. It's really beautiful. Yeah.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
What is the longest session that you ever did without realizing that you were gone for a little while?
Oh man, dude. I usually paint at nighttime, after work. So sometimes I start like around 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm done till like 6, 7 in the morning. Yeah.
All-nighters?
Yeah. All-nighters. Yeah. A lot of all-nighters.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
Yeah.
Okay. So finally you decide that you have a lot of inventory over for the time of 5 years.
Yes.
And you decide, I want to do something. What are the first things that you start aligning to trying to secure, maybe the event, the name of the event, or where it's going to be at?
Yeah. So luckily I actually worked with Nancy. Also shout out Nancy.
Shout out Nancy.
Shout out Nancy.
She'll be here in the podcast too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, and she told me that she works for this space that offers, it's a store in the front, in the back, the middle part of the store. It was a big room that was free for, events, for meetings, and it was big enough for my first show. And yeah, she secured me the spot. She said, if I want to host my first art show, she was willing to, get it set up for me. And yeah, that was great. She knows to set it up. I got my pieces up there and made some little postcards, passed them out, announced it, marketed it. And
you had a particular name for it.
Yes.
What was the name of the?
My inner child in me.
The inner child in me.
Yeah.
Why the name inner child in me?
Because it was I guess when I created these pieces, it was a lot of, like I said, meditating, a lot of like, how would I say, therapeutic. It was therapeutic.
Was it healing for you at the same time?
Yes, it's like healing my inner child in me. So
Gotcha.
like it was like both me and my inner child coming together to produce all these pieces. And the outcome was, my inner child in me, my first show.
Awesome. I got you. I still have it on my laptop, your card.
The postcard?
The postcard. I keep it with me because I thought it was pretty neat. Whenever you told me, I got super excited because I love people to be able to do the thing that they do and see it. Okay, so you get the place, you get the card, which is smart. You were handing it to a lot of people all the time. And I'm like, heck yeah.
I was trying to give everybody a card.
Man, you were trying to get everybody. And that's magnificent and smart to be able to do that because other people are kind of shy about it. But it felt like you really wanted to tell people. And I'm like, did I already tell you my art piece? Like, yeah, bro, I got the card right here. Hey, I'll be there. And sure enough, Bree and I made the journey to go to. So once again, what was the name of the location?
It was Everything Ellum in Deep Ellum.
Everything Ellum in Deep Ellum. If you know, you know the Deep Ellum area. You go towards the back area in the middle, like you said, a room. And all of a sudden now, how long did it take you? When did you arrive, and how long did it take you to set everything up?
I actually showed up the previous day with a couple friends to set up the place. It really didn't take too long. It was about an hour. Shout out to my friends too for helping me out. And I mean, solo dolo, it would have taken me a little bit longer for sure. So I really appreciate their help.
Absolutely.
And set it up in like about an hour, dude. So it didn't take too long. Okay.
And then the time of the event till it ended, what time was it? From what time to what time?
It was from 5 to 9.
Okay. Yes. So you did smart, brought some Kava as well?
Oh, yes. I brought some
We'll
Kava.
talk a little bit about that as well here in a second. Okay. So a lot of people start showing up.
Yes.
Like, a lot for you.
Yeah, it got packed out. Yeah.
And how do you feel when you start seeing, like, maybe, because when we do shows, sometimes it'll be like, it's been 30 minutes and there's only like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, it's full of people. How do you feel for you in the beginning?
That's exactly how it felt for me too. Like that first hour, it was just me in the studio, in the gallery space.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, oh no, this is nerve-wracking. Like, oh. And then, you know, about an hour and a half went by. People started trickling in. And out of nowhere, like 2 hours went by, 7 o'clock. It just an influx. Everybody came in at the same time. I was like, whoa. And the whole gallery space got filled. And I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah. One thing is getting people to show up and enjoy the gallery, enjoy, mingle, and talking to you, take pictures, videos. But the other thing is to actually want to buy a piece from you.
Yes.
I've seen pieces that were gone. I hesitated too long before, you know, like, oh shoot, it's gone.
Yeah.
How do you feel that people wanted to have it on you and support you in that way, that when they want to buy a piece?
I felt like appreciated for sure. I felt like the love was there for sure as well. I felt very grateful to have some people support me and appreciate my art, to want to hang it up, take it home with them and collect it, you know?
Yeah.
So to kickstart my journey as like a I wouldn't say commercial artist, I guess. That was really, you know, I guess heartfelt. You know, I really appreciated.
Did you get emotional in the moment, or after the fact when you processed, when everybody was there, like, oh man, because I would have cried if they would have bought a couple pieces. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it.
I wasn't exactly emotional during it, besides being, you know, ecstatic and so happy everybody was there and that it became a successful show. It was more so after. I was like, wow, you know, this is great. You know, it was a really good feeling. It was a really good, happy feeling.
Yeah, congratulations. It was amazing. Yeah. Again, I know you said earlier, I know it was loosely as a hobby, but like you literally, people paid for your art of years that you were putting in, whatever emotion you had in there, and they were able to see it physically and appreciate what it looked like. I have a piece myself.
Yes, you do. Thank you for supporting.
It's going to be part of the... Somewhere we're gonna put it here for sure.
Yeah,
it's gonna have a home here. But it was awesome to me because it kind of matched my vibe of the colors.
Yes,
I can't believe nobody grabbed it. I'm like, oh shoot, that goes perfect with the colors that we have.
It really does. Yeah, remember, I still have that picture of us too.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm grabbing this. Nobody grabbed this, meant for me.
Yeah,
so I grabbed it. So after you've done that, now you still continue to paint. Have you maybe experiment with different techniques? Are you here? Because I know we chit chat a little bit. Maybe here in the near future you might have something else in the works.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course I have. I still, you know, after work I still go home a lot of nights, and I'm up till like 7 a.m. still trying out different techniques as well.
Yeah.
I regress to some of the old ones and I kind of layer them and I use something different on top, or really just experimenting with different, you know, styles to make something expressive but new that I haven't done yet.
Is there anything interesting that you might be kind of experiment that you liked a lot? Not to disclose your techniques or give away your secrets, but is there anything you kind of like? Oh yeah, I really like this.
Yeah. So for my first one, I don't know if you remember, it was a little bit more so colorful. Yeah. Like a lot of the pieces were, very colorful.
Yeah.
Very expressive. Mm-hmm. But this new technique that I'm trying, this new style that I'm trying, it's a little bit more so on the monochrome or one side of the color wheel style. So a lot of, one piece would have like blacks, browns, reds, whites, one piece would have like grays, purples, magentas, a little bit more so on that side, the color wheel.
Neat.
And that's, just to make it a little bit more, I guess, symmetrical, within the whole piece, instead of just having a myriad of colors.
Awesome. Did you find it neat whenever people were looking at the paintings and just passing by conversation of like, it's always what you want it to be. Like for you, it might have been one thing going one way, but for somebody else looking into the piece, it'd be like, oh, this looks like this, or this gives me this vibe. Was it kind of neat to hear people talk about them?
Oh yeah, it really was. Yeah. I would get that a lot too. Like some pieces, somebody would be like, oh, this looks like so-and-so. This looks like so-and-so. And that's what I love about the art that I create too, because I focus on perspective as well. Mm-hmm. So I like to give people the chance to make it kind of whatever they want to make it,
Yeah.
So to hear people give me what they made it, tell me what they made it, that was really cool when it differs from somebody else as well. Yeah.
That is neat. You took a trip to New York not too long ago.
I did.
New York's known for being very artsy. Yes. There's all kinds of different graffiti, all kinds of art stuff. Yes. How did it feel for you as an artist to be able to see, I guess some people could say maybe the mecca of artsy and art in general. Yeah. So how did it feel for you to be there and experiencing all these different, first of all, freaking New York is crazy as heck.
It's crazy.
But in general, just being immersed by all this art and this creativity, how did it feel for you?
Man, I took the trip specifically for that reason, for the inspiration, to learn a lot of like techniques, a lot of styles. And man, I came back really inspired, really inspired. It's a lot of things that I witnessed. I'm applying to what I'm doing right now as well. But yeah, it's a lot. I went to like 7 different museums, learned a lot from, different artists, different styles, different color, ways to use the color. And yeah, man, that was really touching trip that I took.
Is it did you learn just by looking, or was there people, the artists there, you kind of talk a little bit, chit chat, and maybe they kind of told you which way to do this? Or how was it that you were kind of learning these things?
Unfortunately, I didn't talk to any artists out there. As I just went to the museums and saw that. I saw, a lot of installations that I were already, at the museum already. But really just taking notes, even sketching. I took a sketch pad to some of the museums, and I would just like do a quick little 30-second, 1-minute sketch and of the shapes that I found interesting in a piece, the names of the artists, so I can come home and study them, search them up, see, how they learn, their, how they came up as an artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say kind of just self pushing myself to learn it, basically, to observe it.
Is it definitely a different vibe to be able to grasp all that and be immersed in all those things compared to maybe we have some here in Texas and Dallas, but again, if you've never been to New York, you have to be able to be there and live it and be along those, be like how crazy it is to be there. You know what I mean? So did it feel that? Did it give you that kind of feeling for you?
It's a crazy feeling, how so?
I mean, as far as general, just being there, knowing that you have all these art piece, all this thing that it did help you come back more inspiring.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Even outside of the museums, you would walk around, you would see a lot of the subway areas or the street lights. There would be stickers with artsy stickers. There'd be tags, graffiti tags everywhere, and it's a lot of people out there that express themselves that way. And I really took a lot of those the shapes that I saw back with me. Yeah. And
that's pretty cool. That's what I meant. Just being literally totally immersed. Because again, sometimes even though we are artsy here, it's a whole different level over there as far as what you have. How long you been Kava tender now?
I've been Kava tending about a year.
So you've been in the service industry prior to that, right?
I have, yes.
How does it feel for you to be a Kava tender in general experience? Because here in Fort Worth, I don't know why I'm thinking Fort Worth in my mind. In the DFW area, there's not that many kava bars, and the kava tender in general is a fairly new term that not a lot of people use.
Yeah.
How do you come about the opportunity, and how does it feel to be a kava tender now these days?
It's really fun, man. It's really fun. I've been in the service industry since I started working, and I've been in restaurants, and I've been in like fast-paced alcohol bars. So my last job was a fast-paced alcohol bar, very fast-paced. So the kava bar is, a complete switch up. It's a much more chill environment. People are still great. I still love socializing with the people, and it's just in a sober environment. So it's really cool because people are not acting out of pocket. You can actually talk to people and they're like coherent,
I love his customer service because he has some neat experiences with some neat individuals, and be like, he's so cool, calm and collective. The way and of course they're not intoxicated and inebriated, so it's easier to manage. But still, people will be people sometimes.
People be people, People are better people when they are, not acting out of pocket.
I like your approach because you're very personable whenever it comes to service and greeting people and getting to know. And some people like immediately come to you because they remember you. They're like, hey, and you remember their name, so it's kind of neat.
I do,
How do you like the product itself for you, as far as the kava or the elixir part? As far as I don't know if you ever had it prior to, but I don't know if you're on a sober journey or maybe you're just want a different alternative options at times.
So I actually went sober for 100 days when I first started going to Kava, and Kava really helped me. Cause I mostly drink out of the habit of it, like, oh, I'm off, let me go do something, go get a drink. I made Kava the new habit where I would go, hang out with friends, cause Kava bar is very much so a community driven space, which I love. Made a lot of friends there. And especially after I started working there, carried on my 100 days of being sober, no alcohol, nothing. And the experience of it replaced the habit of the alcohol, and still supplying like the fun, loose, social, mellow aspect of, going out, having fun, socializing people. So I really enjoy the products because, it's just, it offers that same sensation. The same feeling.
I hear people that, somebody I heard that like in general, just sharing a drink, it could be like a tea or something that's really kind of like the bonding part as well, not necessarily the alcoholic drink. Just sharing some type of liquid, something to be able to connect and have a conversation, which is kind of neat. So how did it trip you out whenever you realize there's this sober bars and that they're kava tenders, they're kind of serving some things out and it's different than what you experienced?
Did it trip me out?
Because it is kind of, it is service, still service industry, but it's just a little different to me. At least I've never been into the industry, but it seems like it's a little different, ain't it?
It's a little bit different.
Tell me, okay, so if I was a new customer and you were to tell me about the product itself, like what would you start me off with as far as if I never had kava or if I never had any other products?
For the kava, I would for sure start you off with some of the Vanuatu, which is one of the strains, one of the type of roots for the kava. It's, in my opinion, it's a little bit more so the social potion and the social kava.
It's not for the taste.
It's not. Yeah, it's not for the taste. So but it's just a very nice earthy social drink. Yeah, just like tea, basically. People used to go to coffee houses to share ideas, share work. It's the same thing with the kava.
See, I like the way you do it that way. That it's not so super overcomplicated. It's just the tea.
That's really what I call it. Just like it's essentially a root tea.
That is very earthy.
Very earthy root tea. Yeah.
When I talked to Dr. Derrigan, the owner, he did say that it stimulates the same receptors as alcohol.
Yes.
That's why you're kind of feel here and still connected and social. And you never get lose track of your senses because you're always here and you are sober. You're not like intoxicated.
Yes.
Which is kind of neat.
That's how I describe it to newbies that come in. It's basically like the feeling of alcohol, but you're not impaired. You're still social. You're still aware. You're still able to drive home that night. But you still get that nice buzz, that nice little chill feeling.
I feel like you did your own study and your own learning about the root itself and elixir, because you just get a little bit more knowledge from you whenever you explaining it to, or maybe just your easier, simpler way to explain it to. But it feel like you learn about the roots a little bit more than did you do that? Did you take the time to want to do that just to understand it better?
Yeah, I did a little bit of research. Before I started working at the Kava bar, I was actually a regular, and I did search up, of course, what I was drinking and everything. And yeah, so before that, searched it up. Then I went and tried it. And the feeling was very subtle. It wasn't like an overwhelming sensation where, it knocks you on your feet or it makes you feel bad or makes you feel some type of way. You're still completely in your mind, in your senses, like you said.
My very first time I ever had was in North Dallas, and I think I had way too many, and I don't even know what I was drinking. I just know that I like the mixed drinks, starting with the Fool's Gold and all kinds of different. Yeah. I do like that drink.
You do.
But then I think I had like probably 5, and then one of the commentators like, you had enough.
Oh yeah.
You need some water.
Yeah.
So I got cut off my first time because I thought it was pretty like, this just feels freaking cool.
Yeah.
And then the people in general were just chatting and talking, because I like deeper conversation about the human experience, feeling really spiritual at times. I don't like hey, so how was your day? Blah, blah, blah. I just really like to get
talk.
deep into the weeds of certain things sometimes. And I feel like this environment, this drink itself kind of does that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Can you find yourself very interesting conversations that there's no judgment behind it? It's just like us just chit-chatting about some random things, about deep rooted things, and you're like, oh, that's pretty neat. And I don't think I will ever, even if I did have it at a bar, I don't think I would remember that I had those super deep conversations.
Yeah.
Do you think that he does that to you? Have you ever been involved in something like that, like a conversation you'd be like, that was neat?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, especially working there. A lot of my friends, you guys are friends basically, sitting across the bar from me. Friends. Hey. But yeah, I talk to so many people, and people, they have 1 or 2 shells, 3 shells, and then if I have time, I'll go over there. We have time to talk, and we talk about everything from religion to upbringings to culture to the music to their life, their personal life.
Yeah.
Just sharing each other's minds basically.
Yeah. I absolutely love that too. Yeah. The way they express their mind, everybody's pretty respectful, even in regards to different opinions and things like that. Mm-hmm. That's why I enjoy it as well. Okay. So you really enjoy the FIFA World Cup. I didn't know you were such a fan. Did you used to be a player back in the day?
No, I did not.
Never.
I used to play with my dad and my cousin when I was younger. That's about it, though.
Because I was like watching you. You were the fully immersive watching the games. Yeah. Like you really enjoy soccer. When did the love of soccer come to be? Or was it recently, or you always just little you were watching it?
It's mostly for the World Cup. My family gets really into it, and that kind of like spirals me into it as well. Yeah. And then I get like really sucked into it, and I'm like, oh, rooting for my teams, rooting, for one team or the other. Yeah. And I just get really sunk into it. And
that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Was there any art pieces that you grew out of it from this time of watching the World Cup that you wanted to maybe do, or tribute to the World Cup, or just the game itself?
Not yet, but I have thought about that though. Like maybe like a cool like soccer ball type inspired art piece. Yeah. But I haven't done it yet. But it's had a very nice influence on me, how it brought everybody together. So I do want to work on something, inspired from that.
Yeah, it was wild, right? To be, I mean, at least I experienced many World Cups, and I don't know why I felt like this one was just so much different. I don't know if it was because it's the 3 countries, Mexico, US, and Canada. Yes. That hosted it. I don't know, but it just felt more like we were, whatever was going on, it didn't matter. We were just in it,
I think it's definitely got to do with that. We hosted it here in North America. Yeah. So I think it's definitely got to do with that, because we had it here in our backyard here in Arlington, So
it felt really good to be able to see that. So from that, it kind of spawned a little bit of creativity to want to do something like that, to honor that memory.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty neat.
So that's going to be something I'm going to be working on, at some point.
That's badass. Yeah. I can't wait for it. On your way over here, were you thinking of like, man, because this is the first podcast interview ever?
Yes.
In the history of podcasting.
Ever, yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing a little bit of you. But on your way over here, you were like, man, I wish you talk about this. Or I wish we touch up on this at all. Was there anything in mind that you have at all?
Oh man, I was actually nervous on the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually wondering what you were gonna ask me.
Yeah.
But to bring up a conversation, myself, I'm not sure.
Anything that you
Yeah.
wanted to touch up in your mind that you wanted to share, maybe in regards to your artsy, any? Okay, so let's do this. I've been bringing you. I would say you're still an up and coming artist, but
Yes.
in your own right, you're kind of established because you had your own first gallery ever.
Yes.
Not many artists have an artist gallery that they do, but you have.
Yeah.
And people pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
So for up and coming young Latino artists, what would you recommend them to go ahead and take the leap of moving forward to either create and eventually get to the point to having a gallery?
Oh man, I've thought about this before actually. Like, how would I talk to a kid to inspire them? Honestly, I would say if you think about doing something and it doesn't hurt you or anybody else, if you can, you should. You know, you can if you should. I mean, if you can, you should. Like, if you have an idea of painting, why just think about it? Do it. Stop overthinking it yourself. You know, and just get to it. Basically, like Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
But
were you because I know it seemed like your parents were very supportive, your family's very supportive. A lot of them, I don't think maybe most of them were there at the gallery as well.
Oh yeah.
But did you still wanted to hear that maybe as a kid, to be able to hear those words as you're saying it right now to maybe a kid or somebody young, that you just should do it, or just go ahead and do it if you can, if you're not harming anybody?
Yeah, of course. Like, would I love to have hear that? Oh, of course. Yeah, I would probably started creating a little bit earlier too. You know, if somebody motivated me to express myself creatively like that. So yeah, so you know, the kids out there, you know, just do it.
Yeah, we do create. Have young audience at times. They're running to a podcast. We try to keep it as clean. My bad if you ever cuss, you know, every something slip, but I'm just saying, for the most part, we do. As far as the music, because I know you have recorded stuff. I'm sure you have things. Is that maybe something that you hear in the near future? Because you already kind of sort of have some things that you want to maybe release. You just put it out there, see what it does.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking for my next art show, maybe, you know, have the art on the wall, and at the same time, you know, play a song or two, you know, have people listen to it, check it out, let me know what they think, you know, just share it, you know. Something to make in my next art show, like a double, you know, two birds, one stone.
You know what would be neat? And that's just an idea of mine. You know how like nowadays you have those little like earbuds you can buy for like $5.
Yeah.
So have them there, or something that they look at the RPs and they can hear a song that goes to it. I know it'd be a lot more work.
Yes.
But it'll be like a silent, like one of those silent concert things mixed with like an art piece.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, that's a really good idea.
I know it will take a little logistics, but these days, you know, items are very affordable to be able to have this thing going with this and listen to that piece.
It's actually amazing that you said that, because I was thinking, because every now and then I listen to my music, like I backtrack. I listen to my old music, and I'm like, this track kind of sounds like it goes with this piece, this piece. So incorporating your idea, that'd be great, actually.
You know who used to do that? Carlos Santana.
Oh, really?
He used to see colors in the music. So whenever he was playing, he will see different shades of colors.
Synesthesia, I think it's called.
I don't know what it's called, but I take your word for it. But that's like when he was describing the way when he was playing, he said, I can see colors. As I'm playing melodies, I can see different type of tunes. It's pretty cool. Kind of goes with the things that you do these days. So we kind of need to see. I mean, that's just an idea.
No, it's a great idea. Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, my man, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate you. Again, if you don't have anything else in your mind as far as you wanted to talk about, then thank you. And make sure you check him out, all his social medias and everything. Make sure you go check him out, grab a drink for him. He makes amazing drinks. By the way, I don't compliment you enough on how great drinks you make.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Kava bartenders, by the way, they do. But you're top tier when it comes to at least Miami Delicious Fool's Gold, White Gold, or Fruity Pebble Matcha. All the other ones that I get to
like that agave too.
I like that agave too. He already knows.
Yes.
It's really good to remember your drinks, the usual, whatever. And then every so often I throw a curveball. No, I want this. I'm like, okay,
right.
Different.
Yeah.
No ice on that. Okay.
Feeling spicy.
I like that. All your social media, where can people find you at? I'm gonna put on the description. I'm gonna put all your handles. But what are the social medias?
Yeah, on Instagram is what I'm mostly on. on Instagram. I have 2 accounts. My main account is JASAAAAN Jason, and my art one is JD Human with 3 A's as well. So
JD Human.
JD Human.
I like it. What does the JD stand for?
Jason Douglas.
Jason Douglas.
Jason Douglas. Yeah.
It does align with Salvadoran culture.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Douglas. Pretty cool. I didn't know. I didn't know if you want people to know, but now they all gonna know.
They all know. I'm exposed now.
Oh,
Our
yes.
government name.
Your government. Any shout outs? Saludos. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody supported you on the arts? The homies that helped out?
Yeah.
People in general?
Yeah. Well, of course, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister. Huge shout out. Much love to them. My best friend, Vladdy. He's, my number 1 supporter when it comes to the art.
Awesome.
Yeah, all my friends for sure, all my friends for sure.
Yeah, I feel they showed up for you, and in general, the community for Kava on your art.
Yes.
I can't wait for the next one.
Yes.
I'd love to see the next one and come to fruition and be able to see it. What is an important lesson that you learned doing the arts and being an artist that you would tell your younger self that will help somebody else out? What would that be?
Oh man, that's a big question. What would I tell myself if I was younger as like a lesson?
Doing the arts, learning everything that you have learned of the arts. What would you tell your younger self, maybe 5 years ago when you got into the craft, that will help somebody else out? What would that be?
You're the only person that's stopping yourself. You're the only person that thinks you can't do something, and don't freak yourself out. Just because it's just yourself, really. People are more supportive than your anxiety might make them think, that your anxiety might make other people feel like scary, or like, that their judgment is going to be, impair your creativity or your process. It's not, it's yourself. So,
love it.
So
absolutely. It's true. We get on our own way sometimes in our minds, and it's great advice. Usually throughout my day, my time, I usually say something along the lines, I'm not immortal, I am mortal, and I will die one day. I know you're fairly young, but I just say this in general of the sense of it's reality. Not to scare you or terrify you, but with that, for me, at least, it makes me hurry up and do things. I wish you a very long, prosperous life. After everything's said and done, what do you want people to think and feel about your life?
About my life? Ooh, man. What do I want people to think about my life? Oh, man, Chris, that's a tough question. I don't know.
It's some young people have trouble with that word. Maybe a little more mature people don't, but some people don't care. It was like, I done whatever I wanted to do, and I did what I wanted to do, and I was happy for it. Other people want to be remembered for the difference they made. Other people want the art piece artist to be, years from now to live, and people remember to that. So it's whatever you want. If not, then it's okay. We can pass on, brother. Something you can think about.
Or really, I just want connection. Really, that's what I'm really doing the art and the music for. Just to connect with people. I feel like you shouldn't feel alone. I guess that was a previous question, right?
No, that's fine. But let me just dig a little deeper on that one, if it's okay with you. Why do you feel connections such a pivotal thing for you and important? Was it something that you maybe didn't have as a kid, or maybe you just learned to appreciate it as life goes on, that you just want to feel it more?
Oh, for sure. Just to as I grow older, just for the connection, really, just to be able to share yourself and learn from other people as well, so that you can learn and expand on yourself as well.
I think it gives you a greater perspective in human understanding, and being able to not be so judgmental to other people, because you can kind of sort of see where other people come from and why they might be the way that they are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's definitely super important to be able to grasp humanos, in the sense of like where they come from, or whenever I see somebody talking a certain way, I'm like, in my mind, I always like, oh, okay, so I can kind of sort of see that this might have happened to them. I can kind of sort of see that maybe they were affected by this in their childhood or whatever, and it just makes me think of empathy.
Yes,
for people
empathy,
too. So for sure. All right. And before I let you go, do you think that the arts or whatever you're doing right now art to connect is your calling or somewhat of a calling for you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Love
That's
it.
the main driving force behind it.
First of all, thank you so much for your time. I know we had talked about whenever you were doing your art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I would love, and that was a little while ago, maybe months ago,
Yes.
maybe 6 or months ago. And I would love to one of these days have you on my podcast to be able to talk. I like people that are doing the things that they really thoroughly enjoy, even if they're new to it, but still are having the courage to be able to want to do it. Yeah. And the fact that you've been, I can't paint the way that you do. I can't do the things that you do, but I really enjoy the fact and the passion that you put behind it. I mean, I can't spend hours after work to paint.
Yeah.
But for you, it's meaningful. You do it with intention and you do it with a purpose of connection, like you said, and I think it's amazing. And without a shadow of a doubt, JD, you are a global land factor. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
Pleasure to be here.
This was another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember to subscribe to the channel right now. Why? You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. And remember, we are just like you. We are people, humanos. We are the spice and flavor in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time. Paz.
See ya.